can do for you. Today, I want to talk about what your attitude cannot do for you. All right. Yesterday, while I was in the airport, I had a layover in Charlotte on yesterday, and I was reading an article outside of the massacre that happened in Vegas. I picked up the USA Today, and it pointed out a certain issue that pointed out that university professors and employees have to address a lot of men and young women that's now entering into adult life. Okay, their self-esteem. There was a major self-esteem movement that happened in the 80s. Okay, let me give you some backdrop. Many have great attitudes about themselves. However, their high opinions of themselves and their abilities disconnected them from reality. Hey, good morning to you, Lady Shantae. Love you immensely. It says something in the article that I want to help you. It said, I often get students in graduate schools doing doctorates who made straight A's all of their life. And for the first time, when they got some tough feedback, the kind you need to develop skills because they had reacted badly, she had to get a box of Kleenex because they have never dealt with adversity before. Stay with me. I'm getting ready to make a statement that I believe is getting ready to help you, and I pray that this statement I get ready to give you will really catapult you to a great place as it relates to your attitude. Write this down. This is going to help you. You cannot disconnect attitude from reality and expect success. Can you write that down, please? You cannot disconnect attitude from reality and expect success. Can I get that to you one more time, please? You cannot disconnect attitude from reality and expect success. I have to admit, I haven't always embraced this. I'll lift my hands, amen. Because a certain sign that we have grown intellectually is that over time our thoughts change. Are you listening to me? I thought that everybody was against me. I thought everybody always had some type of proclivity. If we had some type of argument, amen, I made you do death sentences for misdemeanor charges. Are you listening to me? Sometimes people got charged felonies for misdemeanors. Y'all ain't talking to me. And hear me, and if you were to ask me about 10 years ago about the importance of attitude, I would have said this to you. I would have said your attitude is the only difference between success and failure. All right. Did y'all hear me? Your attitude is the only difference between success and failure. You're only a dream away from success. I want to speak prophetically that to you right now. You might want to write that down. You're only a dream away from success. Back then, hear me. Back then, I thought if you could believe it, you could achieve it, and all you had to do was to make it happen. All right. Now today, help me, Holy Ghost. Now today, I recognize that while those kinds of statements can motivate you, if you believe that a dream alone can bring you success, watch this here, you're going to be disappointed. All right? Those statements simply are not always the whole truth of the matter. I know many people who have great attitudes and they're not successful. Are y'all listening to me? And I'm pretty sure you know some people that same way. And while other things are equal, attitude can be the difference maker. But alone, it does not make the difference. Are you listening to me? Your attitude may be the difference maker, but it does not alone guarantee that it's going to make a difference. So where, watch this here, where attitude cannot make the difference. Where attitude cannot make the difference. Now hear me, you heard me just say attitude is the difference maker, right? All right, it's a plus. It gives you an edge. It is an additive, hear me, but it is not a substitute. All right, let me give it to you again. An attitude is the difference maker. So that means your attitude is a plus. It gives you edge. It gives you an additive. But watch this. It is not the substitute. So I want to give you some stuff that your attitude cannot make up for. All right. One thing that your attitude cannot make up for. Your attitude cannot substitute for competence. Please write that down. Your attitude cannot substitute for competence. Some people seem to confuse confidence, which is a fraction or a function of attitude, with competence. Okay? Watch this here. It is the function or the ability. Y'all with me so far, right? All right. So they believe that they can substitute one for the other. And they really believe that they can substitute one for the other. And I want to tell you right now, there are two distinct differences, and they are totally different. They're totally different. If you think you can do something, that's confidence. Write that down. If you think you can do something, that's confidence. If you can do it, that's competence. All right? All right. If you think, now here's the key. If you think you can do it, that is confidence. If you can do it, that's competence. Both are needed for success. A great attitude can help you personally. All right. A great attitude can help you personally. It can make you more content. It can make you more pleasant to be around, more likable, and you can really deal with adversity a lot better with a positive attitude. It cannot help you positionally. God help me today. And some of you right now, you think your attitude can help you positionally, and really it is disqualifying you. All right. If you don't have competence in your favor, then I think you're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. All right. All right. To see the importance of competence, think about how much we desire it in other people. So when we hire people, we certainly desire high competence. So in leading and developing people, and I've done this for a number of years, I've discovered that incompetence is a great distraction to people in any organization. Are y'all listening to me? If you find someone whose qualifications look good, but they are unhappy, be very cautious. Write that down. Please write that down. I'm about to help some of you right now in your next dimension of hiring people, okay? I'm getting ready to help you. Please hear me. If you find someone whose qualifications, they look good, but they are unhappy, you better be very cautious. See, the kind of people that you're looking for to make huge contribution and setting records and going somewhere, you need to go after people that have proven competence in their relationship in life, in their walk in certain areas, how they motivate themselves. Because I'm telling you right now, when someone is on your team and they are incapable of performing to an appropriate level, even someone with a great attitude, then that leader is going to be distracted from the main purpose. So they're going to end up spending a whole lot of time trying to get incompetent people on track. One of the books that I had to read, being a member of the John Maxwell team, is the 17 indispensable laws of teamwork. And there is a chapter in there called the law of chain. Okay. It's called the law of chain. And in the law of chain, it says that the strength of a team is impacted by the weakest link. Did y'all hear what I just said? Yeah. So there's always true for any person that's on your team. And the problem often cannot be solved by adopting a positive attitude. However, it can change if the weak person, hello somebody, gets on the ball quickly and develops some competence. Okay. Oh, that's number one. Your attitude cannot substitute for competence. That's number one. Number two, I hope you're ready for it. Number two, your attitude cannot substitute for experience. Your attitude cannot substitute for experience. There was an illustration once told to me, and I believe that it'll be good here today. A fox, a wolf, and a bear went hunting, and each got a deer. Okay. The discussion followed about how they should divide the spoils. It said that the bear asked the wolf what he thought this should be done. The wolf answered, "That's simple. Each one of us should get one deer." And as soon as the wolf had done speaking, the bear ate him. Y'all missed it. Watch this here. Then the bear asked the fox, and he proposed the same question: how should we divvy up the spoils? The fox offered his deer to the bear and suggested that the bear take the wolves as well. Watch this here. "Where did you get such wisdom?" asked the bear. "From the wolf," replied the fox. And there are many times when we have no adequate substitute for experience. The problem, hear me very carefully, the problem with experience, however, is that it is rare, that you rarely have it until you really need it. Let me give that to you again. Somebody's about to shout. The problem with experience is that you rarely have it until after you really need it. See, experience, watch this here, experience is a very hard teacher. Experience is a hard teacher because the test is given first and the lessons come after it. Are y'all listening to me? Write that down, please. Experience is a hard teacher and the test is given first and the lessons come after it. See, there is probably a whole bunch of quotes that I can give you. One quote that I would give you that I learned about experience at a young age is that when a person with experience meets a person with money, the person with experience will get the money and the person with the money will get the experience. Are y'all listening to me? But when I thought about what attitude is, and I said that attitude is everything on yesterday, I remember in my life, I tried to hire some people that had the best attitudes, and I figured that I thought that it would catch up with their skills. Now that I'm older, now that I'm much more experienced, now that I realize that I had to do some things and go through some stuff from a backdoor perspective, I hire primarily now for skill and experience. Let me tell you why. I hire for skill and experience because when a person has skill and experience, they can grow only in a limited amount. Watch this here. On a scale from 1 to 10, people improve in the skill about 2 points. Okay? About 2 points. So if you're a 6, you're going to get no more than an 8 if you put a lid on your leadership capacity or what you want to grow in. But however, attitude is a totally different matter. There is no growth ceiling for attitude. Even if a person is a 2 with an attitude, you can grow to be a 10. So when someone whose attitude is not the best, it can really actually be turned around. Let me help you salespeople real quick. If you're a salesman, amen, and you're selling something, let me give you something. Amen. PMA, positive mental attitude, equals OPA, other people's money. Okay, so if you got a good positive attitude, it would equate to other people's money. On that day, I had to realize, and I decided as a leader to hire only people with successful track records and key positions that they'll be able to work with me. So hear me, so my professional life can actually change. See, you got to have people that's on your team that's more productive and that your organization can really grow. One of the things that I had to learn is that I can't have people on my team that just got nasty attitudes. Their perspective is ratchet. They always have the wrong perspective, and then well, you know, sometimes we look at things from the wrong sphere. See, some of you got to be like a kaleidoscope. Sometimes you got to just bring the level down so it'll change the image of what it is that you actually see. And some of you right now, you're not seeing clearly, so that's why you make poor decisions because your attitude is in the wrong perspective. See, sometimes when you think that you're the only one right, when you think that you're the only one that got the answers, when you're the only one that think that you are the end all to be all, your attitude needs to be adjusted. And sometimes you need an attitude adjustment where you begin to say to yourself, look here, I don't have all the answers. I tell this all over the country when I go to leadership and I talk to pastors that are newly elected pastors. I say, whatever you don't know, the people will teach you. And some of you right now, you're looking for something from your members that they're not going to give you. So you're going to have to learn in this season that experience is going to be the best teacher. Sometimes you cannot just walk into a door and be a novice and think that you're going to know everything. Sometimes you're going to have to pull back. You're going to have to say to yourself, listen, I got to be better than this. I got to be stronger than this. I got to make myself more prolific, more better. And hear me, it's not the platform. It is the purpose for you being on the platform. So many people, they want the platform with no purpose. And we got a whole bunch of people that have no oil, that's sitting on platforms, and they only being connected to people, but what they can do for them. And I understand that because a whole lot of people have catapulted off of platforms that I know. But you're going to have to get to a place where you start saying that what are you going to do with the 3 minutes of fame that's given to you? And sometimes your 3 minutes have really been a diabolical teardown, and that's why you have people that come up against you and assassinate your character, assassinate what it is that you're trying to do, because you have to realize what God is trying to do. You better understand that you don't need the platform. You better understand the purpose for you being on a platform. And some of you right now, until you understand your purpose, you will never be prolific in what it is that you got to do. All right. Number three. Your attitude cannot change the facts. Your attitude cannot change the facts, okay? Now, watch this here. I'm about to get into a whole lot of trouble. One of the most interesting discoveries that I found out is that there are certain things in your life that you cannot exempt away from, and that is facts. You're going to have to realize facts are going to be something that you're going to need to accept, something that you're going to need to do. Prime example, your attitude needs to be adjusted. It's a fact. Amen. You talk to people mean and raunchy. It's a fact. And some of you right now are going to have to start saying to yourself, what is it about me? Remember, when I come on here, it's never to bash you. It's never to hurt you. It's to try to really give you some key nuggets, principles, and points. And one of the things that I want you to understand is you always have to deal with some self-evaluation of yourself. Now, if you're vain, you're never going to hear it. But if you're at a place where you're saying, man, I know there's some things about me that have to change. Every leader that's watching me, every human being, let's go there. Every human being, there should be something about you that you want to change. It has to be something about you that really wants to say, I got to get better. Thank you so much, Apostle Thelma. Let me give it to you the way that my boy said in Players Club. Control your pitch. Watch your tone.